right, so now we're gonna try recording through Zoom. Fucking
Okay.
all right, guys. Sorry, we've had some technical difficulties at the beginning of the SightCast. If you don't know, this is our good friend Boy Pierce from Wilmington, Delaware, killing the game, killing the
What's
content
up?
game. Everything that he does, it's fucking him, DIY all day, and we respect the hell out of that. And we're just been talking about music and life. And we were
Absolutely.
talking about so the last thing we were saying, you were in California when you went over there and you were like inspired and you came back after years of not actually like recording your rhymes and stuff. And then you just
Right.
went for it, right?
100%. Just did it in my small apartment in Philly and made an album called the Bootleg that's on Bandcamp still. It'll be its 10-year anniversary in September, which is
Whoa.
crazy to think about.
Yeah.
I know, it's crazy. So that was a big step, because not only the output of having my own music out there and fully produced and fully mixed by me, but also booking my first show that year, my first, real performance, my first rap show. To this day, it remains the most nervous moment of my life. I think before that beat dropped, I think it was almost like fight or flight. Like, is this really going to happen? I'm sure you can relate to that first kind of performance experience. I had a bunch of friends there, and sometimes that's more nerve wracking than strangers, because I don't know if you agree with that.
Well, you literally jumped out of a plane before you became a production person. So it's like, what happened? Like, this is more nerve-wracking. That's insane.
I see what you mean, though. I see what you mean. Because when it's strangers, it's like you don't really give a fuck because they don't know you.
Right.
But if it's like people that you do know, then it's like, oh man, are they gonna like be weird next time I see them if they don't like my shit? You know what I mean?
That was great. They put their heads to the side.
Yeah.
Let's change the subject.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Wow, that's insane though. Yeah, I guess one is a thrill, right? The plane is a thrill, and then the you being vulnerable is like actual work, right? More than anything. Right. So maybe that's the difference, but that's funny. In both ways, you can possibly lose your life, right? Like
100%.
Wait, so
booed off the stage 8 Mile style.
Yeah, but then you just come back stronger, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Wait, so where was the first show? Was Philly or New York?
The first show that I ever did was Philly. Okay. And that was at a place that is not around anymore. It was this legendary club called Flowin, where Questlove would occasionally DJ there. And it had a cult underground following, and that was the first show I ever did there. And yeah, so nervous. It was only a 10-minute set, but I did like I built a whole custom track for my backing track that was all mashups, and just so many, I wrote all these crazy verses and memorized every word. And like my stage presence was not there. I still have the video to this day. It is not online purposefully. But like I pretty much just stood there because all I focused on was remember the words. Yeah. But long story short, it was great. It was kind of a showcase, and I got second place in the showcase.
Nice.
And as a result of that, the top 3 people got the invite to perform at Webster Hall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how it all kind of came together. So that, and I spoke about that and how that impacted my momentum moving forward of wanting to move to New York and perform in New York.
So how long were you performing in Philly before? So you said it was like a year?
Yes. So it was about, let me think. So first show was November of 2011. I moved to New York in October of 13. So about like 2 years of performing in Philly before I moved to New York. And, this whole time I juggled this full-time job thing we call, and in advertising at an advertising agency. So I know we all have our, with Dan and real estate, right? That's your right?
Yeah. We don't talk about that.
Okay. Maybe you and I will talk about that later. So ad agency in New York City on 7th Avenue by Penn Station is kind of my daytime grind, and nights, weekends, you name it. is my time to be creative and my time to just, release my music and perform. So it's hard not being in New York during this time, because I always could relate to the grind of the people next to me and the people on the subway, doing their thing. And that's hard to find. And you also always had like-minded people. There was always collaborations that I never saw coming with maybe the guy who sits next to me at work. Like, we did a music video together. There's just so many people who are in this creative space. All the people that we would run into at our weekly open mics, you never knew who would perform. I mean, there were
true.
I don't know if you were there when the guy named Jonathan Aarons, I think his name is. He's a guy who was on American Idol. And
is he the one that Mike was talking about? With the glasses?
No, so that's a guy named Pajama Josh who.
Oh yeah. I know. Yeah.
Yeah, he'd been there a bunch of times that we had been there, but also this other guy Jonathan, who, believe it or not, plays. What was he playing? He's playing like a tuba while dancing at the same time. It was one of the most incredible things I've ever seen.
We saw him once.
Yeah,
we saw him one time.
Yeah, you don't forget him.
No, when you said that, now I remember.
Yeah, and he had performed at the Apollo. So just the range of people, whether it be poets or like people trying something for the first time and just being like, screw it, I'm going to do this stand-up set. It's the first time I'm ever doing it, but I'm sure it's the same for you. You get so inspired at those shows. It's almost like I wanted to bring a notepad to those things, because the things that would come to me creatively as a result would just, be so beneficial. And that's something I miss about New York. And it's definitely, when things are opened up, I know there's been a lot of progress lately, that it's still my one seed, if you will, of places where, I want to go back to living full time. So we'll see. And then I booked a show with Mike Geffner of the Inspired Word in September, if that, hopefully it comes to fruition, but at the Triad Theater. So September 18th is on the book. So that was a relief to see that evidence of shows coming back. So
we felt the same way when we saw that announcement. Yeah. Oh, actually, you texted it to me. I was like, shit, it's coming back. Yeah.
I texted it to you before I even knew that he was considering, that he was going to consider me to actually perform at it. I sent him a message on Facebook that was like, hey man, I'll be there. I'll be like watching. Yeah, just in the seats. And he was like, would you be interested in performing? He was like, yeah, of course. So absolutely. So hopefully that happens.
Well, if it does happen, I mean, I'll definitely be there.
Yeah, and I'm thinking it will.
On that note, I have a surprise for you guys. I'm so glad you said that.
Oh shit!
In my backpack, I got my ticket to see Sight After Dark at Sounds of Brazil.
Oh my gosh.
The show that never was.
Hey, no, I'm holding on to hope. I'm not getting rid of this ticket for everyone watching this. This was for March 18th of 2020. And this was a show that Sifa and Dan had booked at one of the coolest venues, a legendary venue called SOB's in New York, or Sounds of Brazil. And this was hyped. They were selling tickets at a show at Parkside Lounge, and I had purchased one. This was like a month before. What do you guys think?
Yeah, something like that.
About that.
Yeah, I am. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
not so much.
No, it is. It's just like, no, I'm just sad about thinking, because that one never happened. Like,
and that was a great.
Because that was literally like, we
had so many people coming. Then, I mean,
hey.
Because it was literally the city shut down like 3 days before.
Right.
And I remember we were at Trevor's show. We talked about this with Mike a little bit. We were at Trevor's show. You were there.
Yep.
Mike called you out for being too close.
I have a bone to pick with him. I remember I went up to him and I was like, hey, can I borrow some of your hand sanitizer? I was really like polite about it. And he was like, yeah, sure. And that was it. So I guess I broke the 6 feet barrier.
Was this his face? You were like, "Where's the sanitizer?"
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, exactly.
Oh
man, yo, I forgot what I was gonna even say now. That was
you
hilarious.
were talking about. You said you were Trevor's show.
Yeah. We were at Trevor's show, and I remember thinking like we were there, and I remember like we were both there. We were looking around, and we were just like, just the feeling in the room. We were just like, I think this is about to come to a real quick stop. Like, because our S.O.B show was the next week, and I was like, hey, Sifa, I don't think we're playing that show.
No. And the next open mic was like literally in a basement, and it was like everybody would be crowded in
at
there.
At the Music Inn.
And like it was like Wednesday, and Dan was like, I don't think we should go in there. Like, it's getting bad.
Music Inn held one that week.
That same week,
that was
they're holding
one,
their last open mic, and it was just like,
go?
No, because it was like, you've been down there. It's like, it's so small.
I've never been to Music Inn.
It's a literal New York house basement. Like, if you've ever been in New York, or I mean, you're from Northeast Coast, so it's a basement. Like, you know, it's like the poles in the way and everything.
Oh, man.
Like, so, you know, so it's cool when there's no pandemic to go down there, but like, you know, there's like no exit, and we're just like, I don't think we should go down there. But
good call.
So what would you say is the biggest difference between the Philly music scene and the New York music scene?
Probably just quantity of opportunities. In New York, you could do an open mic every single night if you so desired.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't see that. Don't get me wrong, it was great. I performed at a lot of hip hop shows, a lot of different venues. But just the quantity, I mean, it just makes sense because of the volume of stuff, the volume of places. That's a discrepancy between the two.
Yeah.
So I think that was big. And that was also it wasn't just the Webster Hall thing, but I felt that I was reaching a plateau, both career-wise with my work in the ad agency world, as well as like music-wise. I needed something different. You know, I had lived in this general area of Wilmington and Philly are pretty close to each other. And New York had always been a thing I was very fascinated with. I probably had only been there a handful of times before I, wanted to move there. But yes, that's the biggest difference is just the quantity of opportunities.
Right.
What's the first thing you did when you got here, when you actually got your apartment and moved here? What'd you do? Did you just go to sleep?
Man, or I just went to work. So
okay.
This was crazy. The moving situation, the moving van, like there was a big delay with it in Philly.
Typical.
And it was a Monday, and I was off that Monday, but I had to be at the new job on Tuesday in New York, and we ended up getting there at like midnight or something. Okay, the first thing I did, so my good friend, one of my college roommates from that off-campus house I told you about, a guy named Arturo who lives in Long Island, one of my best friends, he helped me when we got there to like move some stuff in my tiny apartment in the Upper East Side. Was my first small studio. And we went up to York Avenue, I think it was, and grabbed a slice of pizza. I went to bed. I didn't even set my bed up. I just slept on the mattress on the floor and just went to work the next morning, figured out which subway line I needed to take, and just went to work and just jumped in. Like they was just like, all right, we're throwing you in. And that
sounds about right.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I did. So moved in, ate a slice of pizza, slept on the floor, and went to work.
Yeah. It sounds like you were just dropped in the pit.
The only thing that would be more New York is if you had a bagel also at some point.
For breakfast.
That was a big miss on my part. I'm sure I didn't have any. I'm sure I didn't have any breakfast.
Probably not. Oh my gosh. I just like to put myself in the mind frame of people, like, because I know what it's like. Well, as like a kid to first get on the subway by yourself for the first time. So I always like that's my relation to people who just moved to New York and they have their first experience here in the city and stuff. And it's like, you're gonna put me on the train and I'm gonna have to go where by myself. It's like, I better survive this. Like,
oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, New York likes to have you. Boy Pierce is a super rapper. Do we have time for like a little freestyle?
Oh, we got time for a freestyle.
Oh wait, yeah. Okay, y'all talk for a sec. I'm gonna get the instrument.
Okay,
I'm gonna get Simba.
Oh, Dan is gonna pull out some keys.
Oh, Dan's gonna drop a beat. Sweet.
Those keys are the keys to my soul. So if you guys don't know how Boy Pierce does it, He literally sometimes stands on stage and asks if we would just pick a page in a dictionary, and then we pick that page, and then he just goes from the top of the dictionary to the bottom, freestyling, and it's always a good time. It's like he's so talented when it comes to that. So how are you gonna do it this time? Are you just gonna do from your own dictionary, right? Or are you just gonna freestyle whatever you see?
I think I'm just gonna have to just freestyle it, unless this rental condo has a dictionary that I haven't seen.
No.
I'm just gonna have to go off the top.
Okay,
that's fine.
Cool. Yeah, that's cool.
I didn't know I'd be getting an exclusive Sight After Dark beat for this.
I didn't know a beat was coming out, but I'm here for the beat. And hopefully you can hear.
Can you hear it or no? Wait. I might need to plug it in.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, nothing yet.
No? Okay. I'll plug it in.
It's going in. We're going live. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting.
Simba? Is that the name?
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, I love the Moon Gaze music video.
Oh, thanks so much. We were really freezing that day, just in case you couldn't tell.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet. Especially on that rooftop, and you were wearing like for that dance part, you must have been like freezing.
I was, but I knew exactly what I wanted to do. And like, just like being a dancer, it's always like, you're like a dog. You're like, how high do you want me to jump? So for me to like get on the roof, do it right away. And I think she wanted a second take. That's all I had in me was 2 takes. So I was like, I practiced the whole time, and I was just like, okay, that's how it's going to go. But yeah, I was freezing, and I was barefoot too. And then like the roof is like gravel. So it's like any turn or anything I did, like that was just, but that's like my whole
very
life,
impressive.
Thanks. We got another music video coming up, and I got some dancer friends that are supposed to be joining me in that one. So that's gonna be
seriously.
Mm-hmm.
You're
welcome to come, and you're welcome to come the day of the video shoot if you want to.
Give me a date. I'm not sure if I'll be in the area, but
that's true. You're out of town. It's like the 24th and the 25th, whatever the Saturday or the Sunday.
I'll still be down south.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Say hello to Simba, everybody.
Simba.
Hello, Simba.
All right, so you can hear it now?
Yeah, let me get my volume tight. Okay. Yeah, I can hear it.
All right, I don't know what's going to happen, but.
That's the best part.
Wait.
Yeah. Chat. Can you hear me all right?
Yep.
I'm flowing with the homie. Danberg, not lonely. C-foot graffiti. Beat Peter can't see me. Yo, the Parkside Lounge. You know it's going down. Yes, sir. With Mike Defner, we going town after town. We flowing. BP music again, I'm going. Never been to the basement, but I heard it was packed, not facing. Everybody in the cut want a piece. I'm a beast from the east like Bam Bam Bigelow. And you know I got the jigger flow. Sorry if the flow ain't tight. Blame it on Zoom. Cause it's coming through and now it's back. Yo, I see the guitar and the bass, they're in the back, hanging on the wall. I ain't gonna fall. I used to cop my CDs at the freaking mall at a historical wall with a sticker on the back. And I spit it, not even whack. And I don't got the dictionary, but I must spit it and like a Pictionary, draw it out. No doubt. Moon gaze. Oh my goodness, I got waves for days. I'm flowing. I got the SightCast, I'm knowing. I see C-foot graffiti dancing on rooftops. Oh my goodness, I'm dropping good-ish. Yo, like good and plenty. I'm dropping plenty. Like fish, it's heavy. Things that's reference to the jam band scene. You got so many followers from Steely Dan, know what I mean? I'm going off. Those cats is going soft. Yo, S.A.D, you're the best, and I miss you so much. Like every Tuesday night, I'm going oh so tight. I'm flowing nice, and that's it, right it, left and right, okay.
Yeah.
That
that was
fun.
Now we're really back.
Yeah, that was
now
cool.
you're back.
You said Bam
Back
Bam
up in it.
Bigelow.
I don't know.
That
Simba
was
is dope. I want to get a little. What is that? 24 key.
Yeah, right.
It might be less.
I could have sworn it said something says 24 on it.
I'm just gonna do the good old counting.
3.
I think probably is. I don't know.
Yep, 24. Yep.
Cool. Yeah, those are cool. That's. Oh, I want to get something like that. So like you can
Guitar
travel
Center,
with it.
right? Guitar Center.
Yeah, we got it at Guitar Center. It's really cool. I mean, I thought about this before, but because the whole thing with this, you don't have to plug it into the computer to use it.
Right. Well, yeah, you and I were talking about that.
If you had like a looper pedal, like a guitar looper pedal, to put that in, then you could make your own beats on the stage at the time.
Yeah.
Without a computer.
Yeah, and we've actually seen somebody do that. Not with this equipment, but like he's actually looped his own beat right in front of us, and like it started, and then it became like a song.
Yeah. That could be the next Sight After Dark performance thing, you know?
It's
Are you gonna bring the guitar on stage, Sifa?
Yeah, one of these days. I've got like one or two songs that maybe for the next project we do, I'll play, and we'll see.
Cool. Yeah, that would be dope. You like translate that to the live show. I'm sure that's kind of the next progression.
Yeah, absolutely.
Until the live show actually comes back, it's just like I'll believe it when I fucking see it.
I know.
My man needs some optimism.
Exactly.
No, I'm optimistic. It's just like the planning for live shows at this point. Still, you know what I mean?
Because last year I follow Slash and Slash posted dates for August 2021 for shows.
Last
year he did, and I was like, look, if Slash says it, I was like, then
Slash we trust.
Exactly. And now people are saying August, and I was like, you see?
So I think that's going to be the title of this podcast. In Slash we trust.
Yeah, I like that.
So I'm just crossing my fingers.
So you did that last year. Does he know something we don't know?
Of course he knows something. Yeah, of course he does.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was posted about shows in Europe. So it's like, and Europe is like the worst affected by this. Like, you know what I mean?
Damn, Slash.
Slash and Fauci have like an in, I think.
Right.
Something like that.
Yes. So.
I actually got the Slash pedal right here. I got the Slash guitar pedal.
Nice.
I don't know if you could see, it's got a little skull hat thing going on.
Oh, cool. I do. Yes.
I need to start using this more.
He's the best. But yeah. Oh my gosh. So what are your, let's say COVID is eradicated or whatever, what are your future prospects? Like, what do you see for Boy Peers?
Yeah. So I want to bring, like you're doing this live performance to another level with what I'm doing. So another thing that I've been doing similar to you is just doing live performances once a week on Instagram and just doing exactly what we're just talking about, loop recording. Right. And, I started taking piano lessons. I guess it was the beginning of this year, but I was doing the YouTube stuff last year. Mm-hmm. So just my own music creation. I've been coming a long way with my own production. I'm producing just almost 100% of my stuff now, it used to be more of like a 60-40 split in favor of me. So I want to bring my MIDI keyboard to my shows and just put on a straight up jam fest where I can just jam it out and, like whatever key I'm in, run with that key and either do a verse that I already have at that tempo or just freestyle at that tempo, loop my voice. That's what I'm doing on these weekly sets. So that's a big thing. That's my number one priority, just getting my live
translate that
chops
to the stage.
Yeah, for sure. So that's kind of where my head's at to make it true music creation and just organic for everyone and fun for, the audience and all that. Yeah,
that is sick. Mm-hmm. And then, dude, you could even be like, if somebody like make a note, like somebody screams in the mic and you like loop their scream or something into the beat. You know what I mean? They'd be like, woo, and you'd be like, woo.
Dude, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that.
Oh my gosh, that's total.
You're the first volunteer.
Right
Yo, anytime, bro.
You're always the first volunteer, man.
I was gonna
every
say
show.
Every time you bring out the dictionary, I'm like, can I do it again? How many times can I do it?
You are in first place in New York. It's not even close for people who've picked the page.
Dude, towards the end, I feel bad. I was like, all right, somebody else should get to do it.
Like, yeah, you always knew it was coming.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, but the other thing that I'm working on, I'm doing a Florida EP right now.
Oh.
And the rule is that it can only be recorded in this rental condo. I have my gear with me down here. So I'm doing these like concept songs.
So it's all really about fun. Like meth and like alligators.
Yeah. Yeah. Alligators. Full album.
The true Florida life.
Yeah. So the first song is called Going Back to Florida, and I'm gonna work with my brother to actually shoot a music video for it. So I went to all these Goodwills over the last few days and just bought.
I saw your
yeah,
the shirts,
whatever shirts like a 65-year-old man would wear, I'm buying it. And so I'm just gonna see what happens with it. I'm just like, all right, I'm going with it, and whatever songs I have recorded here will make the EP. So it's gonna be a little out there, but I think people will hopefully appreciate it.
Do you have any Sperry's?
No, I don't. I do have a pair of Crocs though down here.
Wait, where in Florida are you exactly?
Southwest Florida.
Like by Fort Myers?
Fort Myers, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
You ever been to Sanibel Island?
Dude, yes. It's dope. I'm gonna go there, I think, on Friday of this week.
Nice.
So nice.
That's a very chill place.
Yeah. So that I want to shoot some footage out there. I don't want to give any spoilers away about these. It's the topics that you'd expect that a Floridian would kind of embrace. So it's very tongue in cheek, as you'd expect. But
I gotta hear this shit.
I'm having so much fun with it. Oh, you'll be the first to hear.
Let me know if you need any Florida Man and tips.
Yeah, dude, the last song is called Florida Man.
Oh yeah, you got to do it. You got to do it.
Yep.
What's the weather like today over there? It's raining over here.
It's pretty over. It looks like it's gonna rain like any second, but it's been super nice. But it's been in the 70s, so pretty nice. Just working from here while that's kind of a thing I can kind of take advantage of.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
absolutely. Well, at least I don't have to be jealous today because it's overcast over there.
No, it's no good here today. No good.
And then if it rains, it'll rain for 5 seconds and then it'll be over.
Oh
yes.
So I've experienced that in the Caribbean. I've only been to Florida like once or twice. But yeah.
Okay.
What should I call it? Yeah, and it's funny. I'm just jumping back to Mike. Guys, we all met at Inspired Word, and Mike Geffner is who we're talking about. And what makes me laugh about him calling you out is like at open mics, he relentlessly calls me and Dan out for like anything.
I never understood that. What was up with that?
I don't know.
Because he can.
Oh, and he does.
I don't know. Like we're in his domain. I think that's really what it is. It's like if we're there, like we're in his domain and we know it and he knows it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's all it really is. Yeah. I don't think it's anything, malicious or anything.
No, I don't think so.
But he loved telling me to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he literally said shut the fuck up to Dan.
This is really funny. Because Luis filmed one of my shows there in February of last year.
I know where this is going.
I have video recording of Michael saying those words, Daniel, followed by those words right before I got on stage. I have a video of it.
Can you send me that? Can you send me just that? Can you send me just that part?
It's like
I'll put that on Insta. That'll be hilarious.
That could be like your intro every week.
Yeah. So funny. I got the acronym. He was like, SIFA, STFU, I'm just like, okay.
You're like, what does that mean?
I should have asked that.
I need you to spell it out for me.
I wouldn't even go there. Right. Like, well, Mike is hilarious.
On that note, I loved I thought you both did a tremendous job on the mic interview. I sent you a message over Instagram after I watched it that I was like, yo, I felt like that was a jump start. Like I needed that kick because I love him speaking truth about, not getting comfortable and trying new things. Mm-hmm. And that's such an important thing to like get out of your comfort zone and take a risk at sucking at something. Is such an important thing for artists of any kind. Mm-hmm. Because just like you were saying earlier, like you tried these different videos and like this one wasn't working. Like we tried this meme type of thing, but then we tried this Steely Dan of all things and it was like, oh, cool. Let's build on that. So I loved Mike encapsulating that whole theory and just, no one's going to care. Like him spitting truth about people being, what was it? Don't be addicted to the mic. Is that what he's quote?
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely is not a person to pull any punches.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
About anything. That's part of why we respect him so much is because we know that if he's saying something, he means it and he's not going to say something to us that he doesn't believe. Yeah.
Right. And then you're not listening to somebody who is a wish I could, like, you know what I mean? He literally made it, like in his, idea of like what making it was, the people he's interviewed, the magazines that he's worked for and stuff like that. It's like he did it, like, so
for sure.
Not?
Shout out to Kareem.
Yeah, shout out to Kareem for sure. That was a good story. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
And so I would say anybody watching this who hasn't seen that interview, I would, just highly recommend you check out the Sight After Dark interview with Mike Geffner because, it gives you a different perspective and it'll kind of inspire you. Excuse the cliche, but just inspire you to like, look at it from a different perspective of someone who's not you looking at your art, So I thought it was really cool. So you guys did a awesome job on that.
I feel like we didn't really have to do that much.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah. Like he was going to talk about stuff. Like all you need was to ask like one question and he just got so much information.
Yeah. He just has such a wealth of knowledge that it was a very easy interview for us to do for sure.
Oh yeah.
But obviously it was a great time.
Yeah. And we've been wanting to do it for a while, but we finally were able to like wrestle him down and get it done.
Yeah. That's a whole different story though.
Mm-hmm.
But it's cool that you're taking the time to be in Florida when you can and still being, productive in like the creative sense. I feel like some people with the whole thing, they might be like in Florida and like, oh, like I'm on vacation. Right. You know what I mean? And just be like, okay, well, I'm just going to do whatever and not really like be on the grind as much. And you said earlier, New York is definitely a place where you're going to be on your grind just by being here. Just because it's the energy, everyone else is on the grind. You're just like you kind of feel like a bum if you're not grinding all the time.
You do.
Yeah.
And that's not the same in Florida, like at all. And that's like kind of a big reason why I left, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So it's like, it's really good that you're still able to be on that ground. You're doing a whole Florida project. I think that's really cool that you're still doing it. You know what I mean?
Thank you. Yeah. I made sure that I had my stuff down here. I got my keyboard, my audio interface, my microphone. I got it all. Like I've been so productive the last few days and I actually am taking some vacation time from work this week. And this week I'm going to record. I've written already 4 songs for this project. I've recorded 2 of them. So I'm going to record the other 2 probably tomorrow morning, to be honest. Just having the luxury of, when I have the opportunity to be creative in the morning, like with my coffee and just like a free mind that's not bogged down with work or like social media or like stress or anything. It's a rare opportunity on like a Monday is going to be so great to just, dedicate that morning to whatever recording or writing, or maybe it's just practicing piano all week is going to be such a gift. So I gotta, you gotta take advantage of that stuff. But thanks for that props.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No, for sure. And I'm so into the Florida project, as you can tell.
Dude, you're gonna. Dude, okay, I'll tell you. So there's a track called, the tentative track list is track 1 is Going Back to Florida. Track 2 is called Boatman.
Okay.
Track 3 is called Young Bird, aka Young Snowbird.
Okay.
Young Bird. And track 4, I need one more. Maybe you can actually help me with this. Track 4, the closer is Florida Man.
Right.
So I'm looking for one more like concept. I'd love 5. 5's a good number for an EP. So maybe like there could always be a Disney track, but I would want a video for that, and it's all masks at Disney, so it wouldn't be the same kind of like thing. So there's that. There could be like a golf. I don't golf, but there could be like a golf man. Golf man could be a track.
Beach bum.
Yeah, for sure. Something like that. I'm just trying to think of all the weird things about, like, the list is endless about Florida stuff. So think on that, Dan, as a Floridian. And if you have another concept, just, any thoughts?
I mean, definitely the first thing on my head would be like a beach bum kind of song where you talk about like different beaches and shit and like different places around. And the characters that you may encounter. Like, I remember there was this kid, I'm gonna tell you a story. There was this dude, we all used to go hang out on the beach when we were like 16 and shit, Clearwater Beach, right? And there was this dude, I still don't know what the fuck his deal was. He was like in his 40s, and we used to call him Turtle Tim.
Okay.
And he used to just buy us booze all the time. And like
Turtle Tim?
Yeah, that's what we just called him. I don't know what the fuck his real name was or like where he came from, but he was just like a beach bum. Like, all he did, he just like hung out, and it'd be like, hey, we don't know who the fuck he is, but every time we see him, we're like, yo, you want to go get us some Four Locos? And he's just like, yeah, man.
Four Loco.
Well,
I got a joint too, man. And we're like, no, we don't need that, but
sounds like this was around 2009, if I'm getting my Four Loco years correct.
Yeah, something like that. It was when I was in high school, before they took the caffeine out.
Yeah, when it was good.
Yo, I had this, a lot of shit used to happen on the beach, right? I had this one friend, 2 good friends. We were drinking Four Locos. 2 good friends of mine go into the water, and they come back, and one of them has his face is all fucked up and just like bloody and just like like he's just leaking. He's just leaking. And it was just him and my other friend. I'm very good friends with both of them. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck happened? And my one friend, he's just like, he told me to hit him in the face, so I hit him.
Serious?
I'm like, that's Four Locos, dude. That is pre-caffeine taken out Four Locos.
Right. See, so now
other kids used to just pass out on the beach.
That's insane.
Yeah.
We're starting to understand, Dan, why you left Florida.
I thought you were going to say it was like a shark or like some coral scraped his face. Like,
nah, he just got punched. And they were good friends. That's the thing. It's not like they were like mad at each other. They were just, that shit just fucked them up. And they were just like, dude, why don't you just punch me in the face? He's like, all right.
Yeah. Well, you read the label. So that's just what it is. Hilarious.
Yeah,
crazy.
And then you get to get like you have to go to like 7-Eleven and get like the big gold cups because you can't actually have alcohol on the beach.
Right.
Smart move. All that kind of shit.
Move. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the beach bum is a way to go. Besides just like, because all the other shit is kind of fucked up. Of just like people on drugs doing stupid shit.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you want to get into that or how much you already cover in Florida Man. You know what I mean?
Dude, what I'm gonna do, because I think it's hard to come into this blind. I'm gonna email you the opening track, Going Back to Florida.
Okay.
So right after this, I'm gonna email you the song, and that'll like put in your head like, okay, I get it. I understand what he's doing here.
Should we do a reaction video?
Oh, we should definitely do
dope.
one.
Cross promotion. Yeah.
But we can't do it yet then, right?
Not yet. Wait till I'm gonna have a whole music video for it. Like a full on multiple locations, just wearing old man shirts.
Okay.
Like, wait for the video to drop.
But I'm saying, like, I'm not going to listen to it before then because I want the reaction to be authentic.
Ah, crap. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Smart.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I don't want to already know what it is. I want it to be on film of me being like, oh,
I need to see you reacting to this. That's a dream come true.
We'll do that for you whenever you're ready for us to do it, for sure.
Yeah.
Cool. It'll be out. I'd say my plan is to get it out by the end of this month.
Oh, okay, dope. Yeah, then no problem at all, for sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
Damn, I'm hyped.
Yeah.
Man.
I have no Florida input.
We got to do a Delaware project.
It's true. It's true. When I used to like watch cops, if they were in Florida, they would always be in like Dade County. That's all I know about. It's just like, okay, well, Dade County, like,
yeah,
it's really bad over there apparently.
Oh yeah, that's what I hear.
But
well, it's been crazy with the spring break crowd this year because everyone has so much pent up energy and shit.
Crazy.
They were tearing Miami apart.
Really?
They shut down the causeway and shit. So they tried to shut the beach down. They brought like SWAT team, like yeah.
Those videos were no joke. The headlines that was everywhere. I think spring break's pretty much over now, right?
Yeah,
I think
hopefully.
so.
I'm trying to go down in May, but I'm trying to go to the Keys. So
nice. The Keys are. You ever been to the Keys?
No.
Keys are nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's looking like where I want to go. It's looking pretty dope. So
cool.
Key Largo, Montego, baby.
Yeah, there you go. Do a reaction on that.
Do a reaction while you're there, and you're just you're just on the beach, like, I get it.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good idea.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. I can't believe we got a chance to talk to each other after so long.
Yeah, it's so good to see both of you. I miss you guys. I miss the your energy you have on stage, always super strong and just passionate and really good relationship with the audience. So always respect at Sight After Dark. And at the same time, I'm glad to see that, you've capitalized so hard on this last year, like dropped an album on Spotify, dropped a music video, launched all these web series. Like
we did do that.
Speaking of like grinding during this time and not being like, oh, poor me, I can't perform. Like you took initiative and you launched all these new things, and you have this buttoned up package. Your merch. I mean, look, you got merch. Like everything that you didn't have. I mean, I think that's accurate, but everything you didn't have in March of 2020, it's like, look at this difference. So I tip my hat to both of you for killing it.
Yeah. I think there was just nothing else to do, like besides go forward. And I feel like I like Sight After Dark. Like I like
that's
like, it's
good.
Just right. It's
I hope so.
Like it's like
Continue,
the logo and like me and Dan, like our characters, like outside, standing outside. It's like I like them. Like I actually like Sifa and Dan, and I like the neon, and I like the music. Like so, it's just like, well, I want to hear more of them.
Yeah.
I want to see what else they have to do. So I think it was something like that. It's
that,
weird.
and it just happened really organically, also because the way the SightCast started, we didn't talk about this before. The way the SightCast started is because when quarantine really went down, like we weren't even hanging out.
Right.
We weren't doing shit because we were both at our separate. We live in different neighborhoods in Brooklyn, right? So we were separate.
Yeah.
And we were like, well, we still want to at least talk to each other, right? So we were like, all right, well, let's just like, it's like, let's basically FaceTime each other on Instagram Live just to like stay in touch with each other.
Yes.
And then we'll just record it. So that's how the SightCast started.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So like the first
cool.
like 10 SightCasts don't even really exist anymore because they were only on Instagram Live and we didn't even think of recording it yet. So like if you look back and you look at like the SightCast, it'll start at like SightCast 11. Like there is no 1 through 10 or whatever.
Cool. I did not notice that. That's great.
Yeah. And then it all just went from there. Like we were saying, I mean, we said this briefly before that we had technical difficulties, but we were doing a whole bunch of different videos. And then somebody on Instagram said, why don't you react to Peg by Steely Dan? And we were like, reaction video?
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay. And then we just did that and went, psh.
Yeah.
And fucking,
I love how someone was that specific.
Well, I think we asked, we were like, we want to do a few things. If we were going to react, like, what would you want us to react to? And someone said Peg, Steely Dan. But I will say, ever since then, Steely Dan has become one of like our favorite fucking bands.
Yeah.
Steely Dan is awesome.
Yeah.
We never really like knew them too much
I wouldn't
before
even
that.
have gotten into them like if it weren't for that reaction.
So it's really just a big feedback loop is what we're saying.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Keeps happening.
That's great. I love it.
We want to do a video called like our top favorite like sad songs ever, like how our Sight After Dark is like sad. But if you can find a song that says has sad in it, like Elton John has like sad songs. They say
yep.
Yeah, so like
cool.
if you can think of like a song that says sad in it, because I know like Metallica's got Sad But True, and there's so many others, but I just can't think of them like all like by myself. But
yeah,
I guess that's your homework. No.
Okay. Why am I would think that I'd have a bunch right now, but
it seems so much easier than it is.
Yeah, but yeah.
Okay. They will.
Sad People, Kid Cudi.
Sad People, Kid Cudi. Yeah.
He just did that. He just did that yesterday on SNL.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just did that on SNL yesterday with the Cobain dress.
Did he?
Yeah. He did some kind of tribute, right?
Well, he was wearing like the first song. He was wearing like a Cobain shirt, and then the second song was Sad People, and he was wearing a dress, like how Kurt Cobain used to wear dresses and shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, he fucking loves Kurt Cobain. Yeah.
I gotta watch that. Okay, I will think about sad titles.
No pressure, but if you can find one, just
no problem.
Throw it in a chat somewhere.
Okay.
A message.
I will. I certainly will.
So are you good with time, or you had to run out?
Yeah. Well, I actually do need to. Let's see. I think I do need to drop. I'm doing dinner with my bro and his family.
Yeah.
So I actually do need to wrap up.
Okay.
Cool, man. Yeah,
we had a full hour, right?
We did. We did. I wish this were after your dinner, so I could be like, "What did you eat?" Because I always need to know.
No, man.
Did we have all the intro, all the stuff in the beginning? Did it save? Do we have it?
There's like half of the audio. It's like you can I think you can hear us, but you can't hear you.
Oh no.
Yeah, so that's why whenever we talked about that, I tried to like do a little recap. If we talked about something from the beginning, but it was only like a few minutes. Like it should be fine.
That was like 8 to 12.
Yeah, I'm just glad that I fucking checked, or we would have just done this whole thing.
Yeah,
and then realized.
Well, yeah. Well, if you look at it and you need to talk again, like that's cool. If you're looking at the edit and we want to talk again, that's totally cool.
Yeah, we can figure it out.
I mean, we'll wear the same outfits.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, this is all I wear when we do videos anyway.
Smart.
So.
Yeah. Good move.
But either way, it was great to see you again. It was great to talk about fucking all the things that we talked about.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for having me on. And again, congrats on the last year. I think it's just your numbers keep going up, and I would just say just keep at it. I love it. It's inspiring me. It's really cool, and it's great to just be part of this. So thank you for having me on.
Thanks so
much. Dude, we appreciate that.
Pleasure,
you keep doing what you do. I'm fucking hyped for this Florida project now.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm excited to see you perform at the Triad Theater
this September
18th. Let's do it.
Yeah. So that's a good time.
Wait. Yep.
All right, man. Well,
cool.
Take care. Be well. Eat well tonight.
I will.
Have some wine and maybe some whiskey.
Will do.
All right.
All right, man. Good to talk to you.
Later. You too. Thank you. Later.